Thanks for joining me. If you're on YouTube, you're watching this on YouTube, and you should come join me on Twitch because I stream some of these reaction videos, reaction album reviews, stuff like that, live here on Twitch. So come hang out. Would love to see you. Would be very sick. But tonight, we're going to be talking about Galleons' newest album, Violent Delight. So let's do that up. I can't believe this is an hour long. So if you do like Galleons, let me know down in the comments, as well as that. Come hang out. That would be really, really sick. I would agree, Gunky. I am a little shell shocked that this album is a whole hour long. But I do see some. Listen, I see some collabs. We got Rio from Gnosis, as well as Crystal Lake. We have Craig Owens from Chiodos, and then we have Idola, which is really sick. So all bands I'm familiar with, on top of them being good. I have listened to Galleons. I loved their self-titled album. If you have not checked out their self-titled, go give that some love. That's great. I feel like it's a highly underrated album, so go show it some love if you have not. But this is their newest album, Violent Delights. So without further ado, I feel like we should get into it because I have to sit here for an entire album, and which is another hour, and I've already been streaming for 3 hours. So let's jump into it. Oh, okay. I love that synth work. Holy shit. Ooh. Oh, these melodies are fucking sick. Oh, this is so fucking tight. Oh, this is so sick. I'm so elated by this. Oh, this bridge is so somber. I love it. Ooh. I like this bridge. Okay. Nice. Halftime in the last chorus. All right. Ooh, nice falsetto at the top. So clean. All right. Let's check it out. If you have not checked out Galleons, Violent Delights, we're going through the entirety of the album. This is the first song, You Who Swallowed a Falling Star, which, if you are not familiar with this, I love Studio Ghibli movies. Howl's Moving Castle happens to be my favorite movie of all time, one of my favorite movies of all time. So Eternal Darkness, thank you for that. I had a feeling, just based off of the song title, that it was going to be a Howl's Moving Castle reference, but God, man, this is so good. This is so fucking good. Thank you, Eternal Darkness, for recommending me this. I feel very stupid for not checking this out sooner. Man, their vocalists, both their vocalists are really tight. I love their screamer. He's got kind of a really like bitey sort of vocal tone. But man, they're clean vocalists. Oh, I've been missing a vocal style like that. Very reminiscent of, and I'm sure their vocalist gets commented on this all the time, but very like Johnny Craig-esque like vocal styling, but with like less controversy. So I'm fully on board with that. So big salutes to their vocalists. Great tone. Also great melody choices, like ad-libs off the wall, great work. But like that last chorus was super cool, like the way that they went about just like the cool vocal runs at the end. Just like, you don't need to flex, we already know you're a good singer. Like this is just you're just adding, we're just putting the cherry on top here, you know. So God, man, that was so good. I can't believe it. The energy of the track was really great. I think the instrumentational backing of this song was really fun too. It's really in your face. Definitely rides that line of like I guess it would kind of be in the same camp as like a swancore type sound. I wouldn't be surprised by that. But man, it's just so elevated, and I think it starts the album off on such a really strong and high note that I love it. So this is a 10 out of 10 for me. I don't know how they're gonna get better, but if they somehow get better, I'm gonna shit myself probably. So I'm stoked. Jared, thank you for joining, bud. We are definitely not doing that tonight because this album is an hour long, and I've been streaming for 3 hours. So I would be streaming for 4 hours, and then if you add on the intervals album, then that would be probably close to 5 hours. So okay, that's definitely, we're not doing it then. But anyway, we're gonna move it on. Hey, I'm doing great. How you doing, bud? Maybe we'll do it tomorrow. I still have to do the North Lane album tomorrow, so I'll probably go live tomorrow to do North Lane as well. So I'll throw it on there. I miss you too, brother. We gotta get the pod rolling again. But I am going to move it on to the next track, which is Kiss the Sky. So let's keep this train moving. You know, we got some songs to get through. So
Do you feel you're living in a dream when I'm right here with you?
Ooh.
Do you feel it in your bones that it all could come true? My feelings are as obvious as the sky is blue. I'm gonna kiss the sky forever fucking die.
Ooh, that little synth in the background.
Things used to be so simple. I used to know what I could handle, but with this flood of emotion and fluttering hearts, the butterflies swell in my stomach. I start to feel the wind rise in my head. So I'll let it out
Eternal, you'll have to let me know what your favorites are from this album.
down into bed.
like that call and response. Nice.
Never dreamed of anything that's quite like this.
Oh, nice halftime section.
Broken, I'm in shambles. I feel melted like a candle, but I still put myself back together in all the world.
Ah, nice. Okay. Ooh, the layered vocals.
From each other every day. I still feel you in the breeze. Your sunshine invigorates me. I still dream, but I can't sleep. My head swells like a raging sea. Do you feel you're living in a dream? When I'm right here with you. Do you feel it in your bones that it all could come true? My feelings for you are as obvious as the sky is blue. So taking the view and watch as the rain clouds run in fear of you. Let's raise the light, let's let you just be. It's all about perspective when you've already come from there. You bring the rain, it's all basically. Oh, when the stars from the sky to watch them fall in your hair. I'm gonna kiss the sky, so I'd rather fucking die. Right in a parachute, yeah, the ground and bear away. I'm gonna kiss the sky.
This heavy ending. What the hell is this album? Oh my god. Listen, all I'm gonna say is this album is 15 songs long. You cannot tell me that each one of these songs is a banger. That is crazy. That is crazy. That is madness to me. Oh my god. Well, if you're just tuning in, this is track 2 from Galleons' newest album. You can go check this out, Violent Delights. I hope they have this on vinyl because I'm going to go fight everybody for a vinyl right now. So hopefully they still have those available. I don't know. But either way, what another great track. I honestly did not know how they were going to follow up You Who Swallowed a Falling Star. Just because I love that song. That was a great opener, and I think that this one is equally as good, equally as fun. I really love that like halftime section in the chorus. Really, really sick. Changes up the rhythm in such a nice way. So really, really, really enjoyed that. The melody choices have been on point. Let me just tell you, their vocalist knows how to sing. You know, he is like, oh, so good. Especially the beginning portion of the song. I really like how it starts off. He's got like this cool kind of like vocal rasp that just sits well in the pocket of their music. And it's got this kind of like warmth to it that I really like. Just it's got a lot of soul to it, and so I appreciate that a ton because I don't feel like we get a lot of that in the scene too much. I feel like you just got to have that talent to just nail it super well, and whoever their vocalist is that does the clean stuff nails it. So I absolutely love that, but their screamer is also equally as good. I love, again, their kind of interaction with each other. You could tell that they are good like fits for each other in terms of their styling, where there's just so much back and forth, but it's so fluid and it feels so natural that the choices that they're making in these songs are just so well done. And I even remember that a lot in their self-titled. I enjoyed it, but this I think I've been enjoying so much more so I don't know how they're gonna do this for like another fucking like oh my God, another 13 songs. I just don't know how they're going to continue on with this. There's got to be like one song on this album that just doesn't hit, but we're going to go through the entirety of it, and then I'm going to come out of it and saying if this is one of my favorite albums of the year. We'll certainly find out, but instrumentation is fun. I love the use of synth. I think it's not overly done, but I think it does add this sort of textural element very similarly to, as I spoke about in the Imminence record, like how the violin is such a crucial element to their music. I think that in their thought process in using synth is like, we want to have it included in our music, but we don't want to feel like it's just kind of the main focal point, but it adds that nice little change up that you wouldn't expect. And I think it is something that I don't particularly expect every time in this album, but I appreciate it nonetheless because it is something different than vocals, it's something different than guitar work, it's something different than bass work, it's something that's different than drumming. So I think it's just really a unique portion of the song, but doesn't detract from why I enjoy the song. I think if it was removed, it would still be fine. I'd still like the song, but I think because it's added in and it's just adding more of an additional layer to the track, always gives me some good vibes. So I'm pumped. This is great. This is really well done. Eternal says, I love every track on this album, LOL. So hard to pick one. It changes every. I could tell. Well, I'm only in 2 tracks. I'm blind listening to this album, so I can only imagine if I haven't been blind listening to this album, it would have been probably even more difficult. Jerry says, random aside, guitarist from BB has a side project where I started listening to him randomly last week, and it was also incredible. Keith Wallen. Okay, well, I'll have to give it a love. Check out. And then Jared also said that I haven't been that impressed with my melody choices in a minute. Are you saying that this album you haven't been as impressed with, or are you talking about Keith Wallen? I don't know who you're talking about. Yeah, let me know, Jared. But anyway. Well, Jared lets me know in chat. We're going to move on to track 3. Keith Wallen. Okay, I'll have to check Keith Wallen out then. Breaking Benjamin. Okay, excuse me. All right, I'll have to check it out. All right, cool. Well, we're going to move on to track 3, which is Vagabond from Galleons again. So let's keep this train moving. Got a lot of songs. Ooh. The synth work again? Okay. Ooh, and those high vocals? The melodies. Oh, these falsettos are fucking crazy. What? What is going on? What? Oh my God. What the fuck is going on? Oh my god, this is nuts. Oh my god, these blast beats, what the fuck? Listen, I'm gonna have to utilize my soundboard here that hopefully you guys in chat can see this, otherwise it's gonna look really fucked, but this is all I gotta say.
Bruh.
That's it. I'll do it again.
Bruh.
I am so shocked. This album shocks me. I can't. This is. I'm gonna try to collect myself here because, man, I'm getting real flustered. But this was crazy. You want to talk about an insane instrumental? Like, I would listen. I want to know who. I want to know who produced this, because I just want to know if. I just would love to be a fly on the wall on this shit. Like, because there's so much going on that I don't even think even one pastor would be able to. I wouldn't be able to pick everything out. And I think, if anything, this should be a really good indicator. Go check out this album multiple times, because, wow, this is crazy. The, like, blast beats, the, like, vocals were crazy. There's, like, an insane amount of, like synth work. I'm so flustered, man. This song was crazy. Vocally, it was also really fun, but I think if anything, the vocals kind of take a back seat to this song, which is insane for me to say, because I think the vocals on this song were also really crazy. There was some, like, really crazy, like, falsetto, like almost borderline, like, whistle note level of singing at the, like, top end, and, like, the way that they were harmonized together and, like, their normal vocal tone, and just, like, add the synth onto it is just, like, another layer to this, and then add the crazy drum work onto that, and that's a completely different layer to this album. I just can't, man. I, like, save some talent for the rest of us. Jesus Christ. I mean, goddamn, like, I feel like less of an accomplished musician every time I do something even remotely music related. And I understand it's not we're not here to, throw stones at glass houses here, but man, this is crazy. This is, like, an insane record that I genuinely, when I came into this just moments ago, thinking, hey, you know what, there's no way that all of these songs on here, all 15 songs, is gonna be like a joyride. But man, am I pleasantly surprised, because all of these songs have been a joyride. So I mean, I'm only 3 songs in, and I kind of agree with Eternal that there is it's so hard to pick a favorite. And if all of these songs sound the way that they do, and how diverse and different they are, I'm gonna have a hard time picking my favorites on this stream. So but yeah, I want to give a shout out, because I haven't heard this sound in quite a bit, but it does, especially, like, the way that the synth kind of works out in this album. It feels very reminiscent of one of my favorite albums that I listened to growing up. It's Icy Stars 3D, and I really haven't found a band that has kind of hit that sound in such a unique way. But I feel like there are some musical motifs that are on that album that I haven't heard, but I feel like Galleons has done a very good job of getting very close to that, and so that is a big compliment. I take a lot of pride in loving that album, but I think that they incorporate a lot of cool electronic core elements that album had, and in putting it into this song specifically. So if you like older IC Stars, like first album IC Stars, then you're in for a treat, because that feels very reminiscent of that. But we are going to move it on to track 4, which is Kismet. So let's keep it moving. Synth is their secret weapon, Gunky. Oh my god. Did it change the sound? Okay. Oh, wow, they came back to that first section? Man, this is a wild song. Oh, nice falsetto tone. Oh, bro.
Back to sleep. Don't forget one thing. I would trade infinity to have you right in next.
I can't, guys.
You're the closest I've ever felt till destiny. I drew a map of the stars beyond Venus and Mars just to show the way. To the left of Jupiter, right of Saturn, the lines I draw for her create a pattern. She chased the map of the stars when our cities and cars can be observed. To the left of Jupiter, right of Saturn, the lines I draw for her create a pattern. I drew a map of the stars where there's no cities and cars where we can go out of sight. To the left of Jupiter, right of Saturn, the lines I draw for her create a pattern.
All right. That was... Oh my god, I'm losing track. This was Galleons and their song Kismet off their new album Violent Delights. If you've been taking it, if you've been going on a journey, bro, this is wild. Talk about rhythm changes. Holy shit. Man, there is so much transitional things, but they like so fluidly move through it. I Man, this is another good one. I don't know how they're doing it. I just don't understand how they're able to kind of do it so fluidly. Like the way that they transition from this, like the first riff was like so fun, really really like almost southern rocky in some ways, weirdly enough, but also like again swancore post-hardcore sounding in that way. So like I feel like a good mesh of those two identities. But then it gets into a weird then it gets into like almost like a dance section, a lot of like hi-hat snare kind of like vibe to it, which I appreciate. And then I think it goes to like a halftime section in the chorus, which is also again another transitional thing. Then they have like this really kind of interesting setup in that like post-chorus slash maybe like a bridge kind of a thing, and then they get back into that first section and then recycle the process again. Oh, it's just so crazy. And I almost thought instinctually that they might just kind of switch up the second half of the song and go a completely different direction, because realistically, I usually have a pretty good perception on where I feel like the albums will go, or like where I feel like a song will go. And I felt like this one kind of kept me guessing. So that is really cool. And I kind of appreciate the fact that they kept it grounded in that like second verse, like pre-chorus chorus situation. But it also would have been equally as cool if they went out and did something completely different. I feel like each one of these songs have been uniquely different and uniquely their own, which was really cool. Again, I know I keep praising their vocalist, but their clean vocalist is so cool. I love his vocal tone, but as well as that, like his range must be incredible. He can hit those like really like warm, like low to mid-range tones, but then can get so up high in terms of register, hitting those like falsetto, like high notes. Like what an incredible vocal range, and being able to highlight it and do these incredible like ad-lib vocal runs on top of that just is the icing on the cake. So clearly knows how to sing, clearly does it very well, and utilizes it to the fullest extent. So you love to see it, you love to hear it, and this one was very interesting. I want to go back and listen to all of these songs, but we would be here for a very long time if I really wanted to dissect all of them. But overall, we've been 4 for 4. I really have no complaints. It's been very hard to decipher which one I love more than the other, but man, been a true treat. So very excited. Gunky said that so far this is my favorite song, referring to Kismet. Tonight this band is great. I can handle the screaming. So there you go. Look at that. Maybe a new band for you, Gunky. Very, very, very sick. We are going to move it on to the next track, which is track 5. This is Blue Lagoon. So let's give it a listen.
Cherish all the time, each and every little moment. Can't get you off my mind, but I want you there, I promise. No matter how much time goes by, I swear that I'll never change. I will be
Different vibe.
here for you until we fade away. Wish upon the same song, fell in love.
Oh, yeah. Love this call and response. What? Their drummer did not need to go that hard.
Every breakdown, my cheeks get weighed down by my tears. They won't stop flowing. No, they won't stop flowing. Now I'm 6 feet down, and the rain, it won't stop pouring. No, it won't stop pouring. Down around me now, I'm swimming with the fishes in a 1-horse town. Dead, my face down at the bottom of a lake where no one can drag me out.
Oh my god.
It's upon the same song that I love from so far. No matter the distance, I'll never regret this. As long as we feel more than anything real and below the surface, we know we deserve this. We'll be yours in good time, for good cause. We'll just take it slow. For when we arrive, the way will be worth it. If we're just born to die and share our mortality, we'll love and want your love to be the death of me. If we're just born to die and share our
Oh, the vocal layering going on in this part. Oh.
to be the death of me.
I'm not gonna lie, for track 5, Blue Lagoon, I wasn't sure where this one was gonna go. I thought it was gonna be like a soft kind of ballady sort of song, and it kind of was to start off, but oh my god, you are really testing my wills here, Eternal. I'll tell you what. I don't think I've been this like I don't think I've been this flustered in quite a minute. And I don't, and this is not playing up for a bit by any stretch. I am genuinely flustered. I feel as though brain can't think. Brain tries to spit out words. Brain tries to comprehend what's going on, and that's you're getting the fullest extent of that. Also, the sheer fact that I've been doing this for like 3 hours prior to this, so you're really stretching my skills as an album reviewer. But I appreciate it because this is where I'm going to see the most growth as a person. But my God, this I was getting a little worried, if I'm going to be honest, because that beginning portion of the song felt very like ballady, and I was like, okay, we're going to get a softer song. It's going to be a little bit more chill. It's going to be a little bit more vibey, and we kind of did for a little bit. There was like some really cool piano parts. Their vocalist really kind of shines a lot in that beginning section of the song, which I really do like. But man, they pick up the momentum, and this song just continued to get better and better with each part that they got it into. Really love the verses. I think the chorus was really stand out to me as well. I love just kind of the push of the drums. I feel like that not only the instrumentation was like, the guitars, the bass, the synth work was really good, but I think just because of the drums really kind of pushing the song in more of a stronger, more forward direction, it just elevated that chorus that much more to me. So I love the driving force that their drummer has. I think he really does not have to go as hard as he does, but I appreciate the fact that he is going as hard as he can go, because it is actually crazy. I also really love just the vocal skills. I mean, I know I've said it a lot, but man, the vocal skills off the charts. Just doing a lot of vocal ad libs, a lot of vocal runs. I love the call and response between their screamer and their singer in the verses. Just it feels so maximalist, but in the best way. Like it could seem, I feel like it could seem like a lot and could seem like over the top, but it is just so dynamically sound that while it is a lot of things going on, it doesn't feel extra or doesn't feel crazy. It just kind of works well within the confines of the song, but it just, again, is pulling and taking the best elements of every individual member of this group and just kind of pulling it as far and as long as it can go for. So we are 5 songs in, and I have yet to come up with something that I don't like about it, which is really impressive to me. So big salutes to Galleons. If you have not listened to them, I think this album might be the biggest shock for me of this year. So, and I'll call it now. I no qualms in calling it now, because I genuinely think I have not been as shocked listening to an album blind as I've listened to this album. So very, very excited. Gunky says, they're doing what I love most out of a group. Each song feels so different, just like one of my favorite K-pop groups, M-Mix. I also love M-Mix. If you like K-pop and you like, or if you like this type of stuff, obviously it's not in the same lane, but if you do like songs that switch it up and kind of keep it interesting, I would highly recommend checking out M-Mix as a K-pop group. They are fantastic, and I love them. They're one of my favorite groups. Their newest album is one of my favorites, and probably will be one of my favorites on my albums of the year this year. So would not be surprised if Galleons and M-Mix are pretty close together. So very, very stoked. But we are going to move it on to the title track of this album, which is Violent Delights. So let's keep it rolling here. So let's give it a listen. Oh, oh. Oh, this chorus is fantastic. Oh, this is sick. Oh, this drum section is gnarly. Oh my god! You hearing those vocals? Oh my god.
Put yourself on the line, out of sight and out of mind, and an eye for an eye. We're like poetry that doesn't rhyme. We're like poetry that doesn't rhyme.
God. All right, that was the title track of the album, Violent Delights, from the band Galleons. If you have not checked them out, what are you doing? You should be checking them out. But Eternal Darkness had said Violent Delights is taken from Romeo and Juliet. These violent delights have violent ends, which reflects in a lot of their themes on the album. Okay. That makes sense. Man, this song was also great. For me, it was very interesting. I think the way that they transition through all of the different like modes of their music is always really impressive to me. And also for the sheer fact that this album doesn't feel super recycled. Like, there's something about it that just all of the songs so far have felt so fresh to me. And I've been listening to post-hardcore music for since like the mid 2000s, right? So I kind of know what bands have been doing for a bit, and I'm not saying I am the person that you should go be. I'm not. I don't know it all, right? But I will say I really haven't had a band to me that has been so surprising in the way that they deliver their music. And I truly loved Galleon's previous record, but this feels like that album feels like child's play comparatively to this album. Like, there's just something really inherently special about this record so far. And again, we are like not even halfway through the album, and it's just felt like truly something. We get to a new song and I am just flabbergasted on what they're going to do next, right? And this one felt a little bit more tame, which I'm totally about. You know, you need a song that's a little bit more grounded, a little bit more solid. And this one feels in that sort of lane, you know? I think it is very, very, palatable in that way, but I would also say in the same vein, it still have a level of technicality that I think is what makes the band really great. There is some really cool like rhythm parts. I think also vocally this is really impressive. Like, even like, again, those like higher vocal, like falsetto-y sort of parts. And I feel recycled just saying some of the same things that I've said about some of these songs already. But this one felt the most grounded. It felt the most. It felt like a title song. You know, it is a song that is going to entice you to get into the album, and I'd imagine this is probably one of the songs that they released as a single, I would guess. But it, to me, feels like that type of song that when you get to the album, you're like, okay, this is a song that is going to be a pillar on this record, and I have to respect where it's at and vibe with it. So I appreciate the fact that this one's here, because I don't think it has been as crazy as some of the other songs that we have listened to, but I still think it has a level of craziness that you come to expect from Galleons. So I would definitely say it's amongst my favorite songs, and I haven't had a bad song that I haven't liked on this album so far, but I do feel like it is very much in that sort of like, this is the first song you're going to listen to in the album, and it gives you a pretty good perspective on what I feel like the rest of the rest of the record is going to give to you. So it obviously to various degrees, but I do feel like it gives you a good perspective on the album as a whole, which is a very good selling point. So definitely enjoyed this one a lot. If you have not checked out Violent Delights, I think this is a good one to start off with, but if you can listen to it from front to back, I would always recommend listening to it from front to back. That's what I do. That's what I'm doing now. So I always recommend, if you can do it, go do it. But we are going to move it on to the next track 7. This is Cashmere. This is the next song on our list. We're making our way through. We're cruising. So let's get into Cashmere next. Oh, is that like some strings a little bit? Ooh, this feels like very Macari-esque about it. Obviously, DGD too. Ooh, this is so sick. I love this guitar riff. Crazy. What? What is going on? Oh my god. Oh my god. So oh my god, I can't do this, man. This is crazy. This was track 7, Cashmere from Galleons. I'm running out of adjectives and things to say about these songs. I might as well just copy and paste what I've been saying. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do that. But I like this one a lot. I think instrumentally this might be one of my favorite ones. I love the kind of like DGD-esque like Macari type like guitar riffing going on in this. Very reminiscent of that. A lot of like I guess it would be like major sevenths guitar chordage, which I love. So shout out to the guitar player. I mean, a lot of the guitar work on this album has been crazy, but that one I felt like I enjoyed the most. This was really great. I love that like vocal run in the pre-chorus. Just that like run into like that vocal grit into that it's not descending. I forget the other word. Anyway, they're going up and up until the falsetto-y sort of parts, which I really like. Ascending, sorry. I don't know why I couldn't think of the word. But just like that ascending run into the falsetto, really, really nice. I think it just adds that sort of, again, don't need to vocally flex, but I appreciate the fact that he's doing it. Like, clearly, again, knows melodies, knows how to choose them well, and crushed it. So definitely love that element of it. On top of that, just a really well put together song. I like the switch up in the bridge portion of the song. I thought that was unique and different. And then the way that they transitioned it towards the end of the song was really fun as well too. So overall, another banger track. We've been 7 for 7 so far. We are going to continue on with the train here. And this is Yaki Soba Dare. So let's see what's up. Also, Eternal, let me know. Do you know which songs were the singles on this album? Because I was curious which ones they put out, since obviously I haven't listened to this album in its full entirety. So if you could let me know in chat, that'd be great. So let's get into Yaki Soba Dare. This is cool too. Ooh. Incredible chorus. I like that synth overtone too. All right, guys, that was track 8, a Yaki Soba Dare from Galleons off their new album Violent Delights. If you have not checked them out, go show them some love. Be very sick. If you're watching this on YouTube, check the links down in the description. But man, this was also really, really, again, I feel like I'm beating a dead horse. If people are watching this on stream, they're like, man, this guy keeps saying that all of these songs are great. But listen, if you're listening to this album and you don't think these songs are great, I'd be very damn surprised, because I think all of these songs have been vastly different, but still have a level of cohesiveness that fits on an album. And I think when you have an album that has 15 songs, it is very interesting to me that you would have such a differentiation between different sounds, but still keeping it so fun. This one was like really kind of a little bit jazzy, a little poppy. Their vocalist is incredible. A mastery of his range is truly an understatement, because I think this song specifically, you could hear so much. You could feel so much different vocal changes going on in regards to, how fluid they are in regards to in terms of what they're doing. Like, there's so much technicality vocally going on in this song that it would take me so long to really delve into it in its entirety. But yeah, their vocalist is so incredible. I think that this, to me, has been such a fun song to go through. I'm going to definitely go back and listen to this entire album again, all the way through, probably multiple times. But yeah, this one, at least to me, stuck out to me. I love the instrumentation, like a little bit more vibey, a little bit softer. And I like the fact that they don't have a song that's just like, that this song doesn't have to be over the top, but still is over the top in the way that you would expect it to be, given the talent within the band. Like, it's over the top in that way, but like the song doesn't have to have these crazy blast beats, or doesn't have to have this crazy synth work, or it doesn't have to have it's still equally as crazy, but being so grounded in that way. So I think that this song was fantastic. And then on top of that, I like the synth work. I think another notable thing that I enjoyed about this song specifically is the guitar work. I really love it. A lot of, like, again, usage of sevens, major sevens, or like even minor sevens in terms of the guitar work. Just really, their guitar player clearly knows how to kind of structure out some of the guitar chordal arrangements, and this one felt very much in my wheelhouse, which is always a good sign. So this one, at least, I don't know if this was one of the singles, but if it was, I think this was another really good song that shows off something different, a different side of them, that if you had listened to or known this band prior to this album releasing, it gives you a better perspective on, I feel like, the album as a whole. So very interesting, but just, again, another really well put together song. So we are going to move it on to track 9, which is Dead Man Wonderland. This one features Rio from the band Gnosis, as well as he used to be in a band called Crystal Lake as well. I love Rio. I think he's a fantastic screamer, so I'm high key very excited about this one. This one's gonna be high up on my tier list, so if Rio crushes it and the songs have been crazy, this is only gonna elevate their music that much more. So excited to get into this one, so let's jump into it without further ado. What? Oh my God. Oh my god. Oh, this section is wild. Nice. Halftime section. Oh, he came back. Oh, what? Oh my god. Oh my god, they ended it. Oh my, they ended it how they started it. Holy shit. All right. That was Dead Man Wonderland. This one featured Rio from the band Gnosis. I'm starting to lose it, man. I'm telling you what. I mean, I have 5 more songs I gotta listen to, but man, this has been incredible. I am definitely gonna go buy this record after we're done stream because this is well worth the purchase. And Galleons should definitely be a much larger band in the scene. And if this album did not put them on the map, I would hope that people reviewed this album and said very good things about this record because I think it's well deserving of that. I love Rio, so I feel like I was already elevated in that way of knowing that I was going to be hearing Rio again, which, by the way, a very unconventional way. Okay, I'm going to retract that. I don't think it's an unconventional way of using him because I feel like he's a screamer. He's going to be doing that shit. Was surprised he didn't do any singing because I know he has done some in Gnosis. But I'm not surprised because I feel like they want to have Rio to do his Rio thing, which is scream. But I think he was great. I loved that he did like the verses. I think he did the second verse, and then I think he also did maybe he did the bridge. I don't know. He definitely did the second verse, and then I know he came back again for maybe possibly the third verse, I guess, per se. But I really love that. I always feel like he's always had a screaming tone that is always someone I know. You know what I mean? He always nails it on the head. And I felt like this song definitely played to his strengths, certainly. The beginning of the song was very interesting, really aggressive, but then like paused and then got to this really interesting piano bit and then kind of led in like a more like avant-garde kind of like a little bit of a theatrical kind of way of putting it into perspective, and then got into the like more like punchy aggressive tone that I feel like Galleons has been putting out so far in the first verse, which was great, and then the chorus was awesome. I didn't hear anything from their screamer, so I don't know if they like took a back. I don't know if they took a back seat on that portion of the song, but it was still really cool to add in. And I would hope that this song, they were still able to get what they were supposed to do vocally in on there. But this one was very fun. Like, I think it was like a bridge section. There was this really cool kind of like tremolo type to pick guitar part that I was really surprised about. It almost reminds me very similarly of like Knights of Sidonia from Muse, which is not a bad thing. I love Muse. I love that album. That is such a fantastic album. But for whatever reason, my brain was sticking on that same wavelength of that part, which I don't know if it translates, but in terms of the bridge of that song, it felt very reminiscent of that. And maybe it's just because I've played a god knows how many hours I put into Guitar Hero 3, but that riff is going to be baked in my head for the rest of time, and it felt like that was in the same sort of vein. So not saying that they stole the riff or anything, but it felt very reminiscent of that, which is great because I also love that song. But either way, this is another fantastic one. I think Rio just added that little extra je ne sais quoi to the track, which is always a good thing because I love Rio. So big salutes to him. If you have not checked out Gnosis and you like heavy music, go check out Gnosis. They're great. I did a review of their newest album as well. So, or EP, I guess, per se. Yeah, their new EP. So go show that some love. But we're going to continue on because we still got more songs, and I would like to try to finish this out. So, we're going to move on to track 10, which is Russian Roulette. So let's show it some love. Ooh, cool string section. Introduction. That guitar riff? Oh, this chorus is tight. Oh, we got a little lead section. Oh, we're getting a little softy section here.
Sink me down to the bottom of the river. For everything I've ever done and will do. Float to the surface. Everyone's nervous that their worst fears come true. Drown me in the lake, or burn me at the stake. You try to drown my sins, but you know that it's too damn fucking late.
Ooh. This bridge section's wild. Ooh, a little tapping, two-hand tapping section. Sick. Oh, that little blast beat section. Oh my god, these have been incredible. That is track 10, Russian Roulette. I'm losing it internal. For real on the for real, I am losing it. These have all been great. I feel like someone's gonna clip this up and just it's just gonna be me saying great 15 times, and I want to feel like I want to surmise in a better way or have more thoughts on it or be a little bit more methodical with what I say, but I just think, to me, it's like I think I'm just purely shocked, and I think that's kind of why I love doing these, and just knowing that like there's gonna be somebody that's out there that is like, you need to check this album out. And I love when people send me recommendations to check out albums. And Eternal, much love to you. I appreciate you for telling me. I think you told me multiple times that I should check this album out, and stupidly did not, and I will regret every moment of not checking this album out sooner than now. But I am just so impressed. I think that's the best way I can describe how I feel about listening through to this album. And I know I still got more songs that I have to listen to, and I'm probably still going to be thoroughly impressed all the way through. But I think for me, just the amount of talent that it takes to not only have the songs seem like fun and interesting in the sense of like, if I was to show this song to someone that isn't like in the scene or doesn't know about this type of music, then I think they would think that this song is great, right? But I think if you're a musician and you're looking at this song from like a structural element or like a melodic element or like arrangement element, then it's like really hard to say. It's really hard to not say that this album is great in that aspect as well too. And I think it weirdly enough, if you were to take a Venn diagram, I think it like fills the need of being a fan and like being like, oh my god, this is really sick, and like I don't have any musical awareness whatsoever. I think this is music good. I like it, but I also think they equally take it in the opposite direction, and for people who are like, oh, I play guitar or I sing or I scream or I play bass or I do drumming. Like if you're in a band, like I think you will equally have the same aforementioned adjectives to describe the song of being crazy or being like really talented or being like over the top in like the best way possible. And I think that it finds that middle point, which has been really impressive to me listening to this album, where I haven't felt like I obviously have felt overly stimulated about what's going on, but I have not felt in a way where I've been like, holy shit, like this is not only good from the aspect of a listener, but is also good from the aspect of a person that writes. You know what I mean? Like a person that makes music. You know, I think it is really, 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 really impressive to me. And like again, I can't stress how much everybody should go check this album out, because I think if you're able to say unequivocally that this is not a good album, then I don't know what type of shit you're taking, but you should not take it anymore, because this is really great. Like I don't want to count it as album of the year because we are still very early on in May right now, and we're at the halfway point roughly, you know. But I would be hard pressed to not have, if you have heard this album, it would be hard pressed for me to not put this on an albums of the year list, just given the amount of talent. And so that's my TED Talk TLDR about the album. Obviously we're gonna get into the rest of it, but I don't really have anything else to say about this song specifically. It's got a great rhythm to it that I think has been very reminiscent of Cashmere or like Yaki Soba Dare. I feel like these three songs kind of have a cool unique rhythms to it, and I felt like this one felt very much in its own lane but still really rhythmically fun. The guitar work and the drumming, I think, are the two things that stood out to me the most. I love that really cool, insane guitar riff with like the tapping part. I thought that was wild, and then to incorporate that more later on in the track was really cool. Their drummer is cracked. I don't know where they found him, but they need to keep him for the rest of time. If he ever decides to leave the band, we need to lock him up somewhere. No, I'm kidding. Actually, don't do that. Don't take this out of context. But I do think that he is an incredible drummer and is definitely deserving of that. But as well as that, great track. I think this was really fun, really different tonally, but still very much in the Galleons camp, I would argue. So a great song overall. Eternal says that their vocalist Tom did all the artwork and music videos for this album too. Dude's got too much. Man, Tom, if you're watching this shit, God, like, can you save some talent for the rest of us? Jesus Christ, you're already a good vocalist. You've already done the album art for this, which is also really cool. Shout outs to, I'll scroll up. Shout outs to the album art. Really, really sick shit. I'm definitely going to have to, if this is on vinyl, I'm definitely going to have to cop this. This is 100% must buy. So we are going to move it on to the next track, track 11, which is the Downtown Dinosaur Gang Part 3. I assume this is a Part 3 for, I assume they have Part 2 and Part 1 on previous releases, and I don't remember that. So we're just going to get into this song, and hopefully lyrically it's not in the same thread, but we'll find out. So let's give it some love. Oh, I like this intro. Did they ramp it up? I feel like they moved it up a couple BPMs. Nice. Another halftime chorus. Ooh. Oh, I like the gang vocals. Oh, that transition was tight. Oh my god. I'm starting to run out of things to say about this entire album, but if you are just tuning in, this is Galleons' newest album, Violent Delights. Go show them some love. They are a band based out of between Australia and Europe, which would totally make sense because both of those scenes are incredibly talented. So again, makes a ton of sense. This song was great. I like the kind of like more like fast tremolo sort of guitar, almost like borderline like flamenco type guitar work. Always love that. It's always been a huge staple of my music listening habits. I grew up, well, not grew up, but one of my favorite bands, or I would say influential bands that I like is Pierce the Veil. I know they're very controversial, but I love their first like 3 albums, and I feel like in terms of some of the guitar work is very reminiscent of that in this song specifically. So I gotta give it the flowers that it deserves, certainly. Tom, again, I would assume Tom is the clean vocalist, but Tom is incredible. Again, the song utilizes his vocal skills a ton, and rightfully so. He's got a great vocal tone, and I think this song really delivers on that. Love when they've been doing the halftime sections in the choruses. I feel like that's heavily underrated as a halftime section stan. I love that. So to incorporate more halftime sections in a song, always love that. So big kudos to that. I just think it opens up the song in such a nice way. So definitely a vibe. If you have not given this one a listen, definitely go check it out. I don't know in terms of lyrically if it's a continuation of part 2 and part 1. I would assume there's those that exist on previous records. So go check them out if you feel so inclined to. But yeah, this was another really fun one. I like the guitar work again. Their guitar player is really awesome as well too. So big salutes to him. But yeah, overall, been pretty incredible in terms of their song prowess and their writing skills. I'm running out of lovely things to say about their band, but I'm gonna press forward and try to keep saying the nice things. But we are going to move it on to track 12, which is Lament. This is the longest song on the album, being at 5 minutes and 31 seconds. So I'm curious how they're gonna ascertain something like this. All of the other songs kind of sit comfortably in the 3 to 4 minute mark. So curious what they're going to do with that extra minute-ish time stamp here. So let's get into Lament now. Ooh. Nylon guitar? Okay. The layering on this. Okay. This bass is shining through. I love that. Like you get the soft intro, strong chorus, soft verse again. All right, that was track 12, Lament, from Galleons' newest album, Violent Delights. If you have not checked it out, hopefully you're checking it out now. Who knows? But also, I had no idea this was released on Famine Records. A big salutes to Chelsea. I have known her for ages. Chelsea, if you're watching this, can I have Galleons on the show? Thank you. Would love to have them on. They're really cool. Love this band. Be sick. So, my God, this is another great one. I was a little concerned, if I'm going to be honest, because I think when you have a track that's 5.5 minutes long, it can tend to drag on a little bit, but I think they do a really great job of kind of subverting those expectations, right? I like that the song starts off soft, and there is a great kind of build to the song. There's like some cool piano work, as well as their vocalist doing the clean stuff. I love that they have it set up in that way, and just allowing you to kind of nestle into the song. So definitely appreciate that aspect of it. Then they have this really big anthemic sort of chorus that I think is amplified with like a nice little bit of orchestral instrumentation, vis-a-vis the like string section. Really nice addition, and I feel like it adds to that extra level of emotion that you would feel within the chorus. So I definitely feel like that's really nice. I also appreciate that they go back to the former, and having a lot of those musical motifs from the beginning portion of the song, and arranging it a little bit differently in the second verse. Really appreciate that a ton. And I kind of appreciate the more kind of roller coaster effect that this song has, where you'll get the softer moments, then you'll have the highs of the high in the chorus, then you'll have another soft moment, and then you'll have another high for the chorus again, and then the bridge kind of settles somewhere in the middle, and then you get then you get the chorus again, and then it kind of ends off the song. I thought for sure they were gonna end it off a little bit early, but then I looked at the time on the bottom of my screen here, so then I knew that there was going to be more songs, so then they hit you with that like final chorus. It would have been interesting if they would have popped. Like I think if Tom kind of popped off vocally, and I'm not saying that he did not, but I think it would have been crazier if there was some cool like ad lib sort of runs towards the end. That would have been wild, and I would have been like, holy shit, that's crazy. But yeah, overall, another really great track. I again, for a 5.5 minute song, I think they did a really great job of keeping the expectations good and still vibing. But we are going to move it on to track 13, which is called Dungeon Dweller. This features Craig Owens of multiple bands, Chiodos, Drugs, Cinematic Sunrise, his solo work, Isles and Glaciers. I'm trying to think of all the bands he's been in. I would say that's a majority of them. If I missed any, let me know, but I'm pretty sure I'm like 95% sure of all the Craig Owens projects he's been a part of. But either way, I love Craig Owens. I think he's a fantastic vocalist. He's definitely one of those vocalists that you'll be able to pick out with a sore thumb. So excited to hear him feature on this track. So let's get into Dungeon Dweller now. Iconic was the word I was trying to think of earlier for Craig Owens. He is iconic, at least in my opinion. Ooh, I like that minor tone.
I was dead, but you brought me back to life. Down in the catacombs that night. Your soul
Oh, I love the melody choices.
entwined with mine. The most beautiful thing I've heard in life. Can't you see the man behind the monster? Will she run no matter how much I want her? She pulls away the mask and all is revealed. The love that's hiding under scars that won't be healed. Can't you see the man behind the monster?
Oh, yeah.
Will she run no matter how much I want her? She pulls away the mask and all is revealed. The love that's hiding under scars that won't be healed. Can't she see the red behind the monster? I hear a voice deep below the umbrella. The way she speaks to my broken soul. It's like no other that I've ever known.
Oh, I like this section.
If you accept me, I'll give you the world. Make you feel the way that no one ever will. No one ever will. It's been so dark without you. It's been so still. Quietly biding my time until I can make you mine. Can't you see the man behind the monster? Will she run no matter how much I want her? Can't you see the man behind the monster? Will she run no matter how much I want her? She pulls away the mask and all is revealed. The love that's hiding under scars that won't be healed. Can't you see the red behind the monster? I hear a voice deep below the umbrella. The way she speaks to my broken soul. It's like no other that I've ever known. Past the point of no return now. Death is the only way out. This love will burn it all down. With my phantom in a sea of flames we drown.
Oh my god, I could have had like another like minute of that song. Anyway, That was track 13, Dungeon Dweller, featuring Craig Owens of insert many post-hardcore bands because he's been around in the scene for a super long time. But this song was great. I will say the only thing that I was really surprised about was Craig's vocal feature. I feel like I could have gotten some more out of him. He does this like bridge section of the song. I think he could have had a little bit more, honestly. I was a little surprised that there wasn't more Craig. And he kind of did like a little bit of vocal ad libs, which is totally fine. I'm about it. But I feel like he could have had a little bit more. And I gotta give a shout out to, again, Galleons vocalist, just going above and beyond vocally, but big. If you've been watching the stream at all and you've been in Galleons, listening to Galleons with me, you already know he's going above and beyond vocally, which I respect so immensely. But yeah, I think probably the only critique that I have about the song is just that I was wishing there was a little bit more Craig, especially in that last chorus. I thought for sure there was going to be some back and forth or something like that. I think it would have made the song a little bit more dynamically fun. But I also appreciate that their screamer was kind of incorporated more in there. I like that kind of like more nylon, like Spanish-esque style guitar work. Really nice, adds that sort of extra dimension to the track that I really appreciate as well. But yeah, this was another good one. I can definitely understand why Eternal had put this as one of their favorites, because it's great. Yo, it's Ern. What's going on, Ern? Love you, bud. But yeah, overall, man, what a fantastic track. I love just the styling. I think their guitar work is so fun, and just having a blast just trying to dissect the chordage going on in these songs, because it's been really, really, really sick. But yeah, overall, another fantastic track. I think I'm like 13 for 13 right now, but yeah, no complaints here. We're really, really vibing with this album a ton. So we are going to move it on to track 14, which is Nothing Natural, which is the next song on the album. So let's keep it moving. I like that like gritty tone, guitar tone. That synth work, nice. Making a return. Ooh, the bass is nice in this track too. Like the chord churches there. A lot of toms build up. Such a groovy section. Ooh, I like this. Nice halftime section. Oh, that was sick. I like the little dynamic at the end there. All right, that was track 14, Nothing Natural, off of Galleons' newest album, Violent Delights, that came out in February. If you have not listened to this album, go show it some love. But man, this was also a really fun track. Again, I feel like I'm beating a dead horse on this entire album stream, but man, this was really, really fun. I liked the guitar work in this song specifically. Really, really fun. And as well as that, their drummer is really sick. I think there was a lot of cool like rhythm changes that I thought were really fun, and I think this song does a really great job of highlighting that well. But I think probably the standout person in this song specifically is their bassist. The bass on this song was really fun. I love the way that they made it across the fretboard in this song specifically. Just a lot of cool bass moments throughout this entirety of this album, but I felt like this one felt the most bass heavy, so I definitely love this song for that reason alone. Keeps it more interesting, keeps it fun, but yeah, I would say that this song rhythmically is really fun, but also if you're a bass player, I feel like this is a song you should definitely be checking out because it was very bass forward and very fun. And I almost feel like the guitars take a backseat, which is totally fine because I think the bass work really should be highlighted in this song specifically. So definitely like this one a lot. I think in terms of the songs that I enjoyed throughout the entirety of the album, it's still very much up there, but just a great song overall. So we are going to move into the final track and probably the last song of the night here. So thank you for joining me for this almost 5-hour stream. So if you like this, follow. We do K-pop stuff, we do metalcore. Well, I specifically do the metalcore post-hardcore stuff, but yeah, come hang out. Would love to do more of these in the future. But this last track is track 15. This one is called Cry Baby, and this one features Idola, which is another really fantastic band. If you have not checked out Idola, they also put out a new album too, so maybe we'll wind up jumping into that soon as well. If you are feel so inclined to check that one out with me as well, maybe we'll jump into that one in a future live stream. But let's get into Cry Baby right now. Ooh. Nice screaming tone. All right. Like that. Great falsetto tone. I like that the synth is like a thorough through in this song. So nice. Andrew, this is where we're getting Andrew now. A punk beat? Huh. Oh my god! Oh my god, that ending? What the hell? Like, fuck me. Oh my god. This was the final track of Galleons' newest album, Violent Delights. This one is called Cry Baby, and it features our good homies in Idola. Big salutes. I love you, Andrew. Miss you, bud. God damn, man. Throughout this entirety of this album specifically, my brain is broken. That last section of this song was mental. I loved it. I love the like punk beat. Then it gets even crazier with like the double bass work, and then it turns into like a metal song. I feel like they do such a great job of blending a bunch of different genres. Like you could tell that they are just well versed in a ton of different genres and are so easily. I don't want to say manipulated because that sounds like a really bad word, and it's usually used in a negative connotation, but I feel like they are so versatile in the way that they write. You know, there wasn't any song specifically that I felt did not fit their style or their vibe, but I also don't think there was anything out of their wheelhouse that they couldn't do. So it's so weird in like a good way as well. I don't want to again paint this as a negative, but it's so weird to me that they have such a wide casting net. Like there's something about their musicality that is like so wildly diverse and different, but so connected in a weird way. So I love the way that they write. They clearly write with whatever they're feeling or the types of music that they want to write with, and they do a very good job of just keeping it very interesting and fun. There wasn't a song that it didn't catch me off guard in some way, and I think that in an age where I've listened to I don't even know how many records now at this point in my lifetime, I don't feel like an album thus far, at least not only this year, but probably I would argue in the past 5 years, 10 years, as I would probably argue for 5 years, that has taken me aback in such a way. I really, really, really enjoyed this song specifically. I'm just purely shocked at the amount of skill and talent that this band has. And I'm also really surprised that a lot of people probably haven't heard of this band specifically. You know what I mean? Like there's so many bands that are out there now, and if anything, I would highly recommend you to go check this band out if you have not yet, because I think to me, this is I couldn't even pick a favorite on this album. Like I genuinely think, and I agree with Eternal's comment from earlier saying like, I can't pick a favorite. It just depends on the day. But like, truly, I've listened through this entire album, and I don't really think I have a specific favorite. Like, there are songs that I like and that I really enjoyed. Like, even the first song, I loved "You Who Swallowed a Falling Star," and that, again, it might be biased because I loved Howl's Moving Castle. I still love Howl's Moving Castle. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. But I think that song's great. But I also can equally say that I love Crybaby in the same sort of vein. So like, to me, it gives me a very head scratching sort of moment, which is very rare for me because I genuinely love all types of music. If you know me from doing the Twitch stuff and doing K-pop stuff, you know I love K-pop, and I have fallen in love with that genre for the past year of doing it. You know what I mean? But I also love post-hardcore. I love metalcore. I love heavy shit. I love pop shit. I love whatever. Like, this kind of checks all of those boxes in droves. Like, there are some pop elements in this album. There is some metalcore elements in this record. There's some pop punk elements in this record. There's obviously a lot of post-hardcore swancore elements in this album. There's electronic core elements in this album. There's like even like probably heavier genres of music in this album. It just kind of covers the full gambit of different things. And if I was to say to somebody, how would you describe this record? I don't even think I could be able to describe this record. It just feels, if you love alternative music, this is going to be your album to check out. Like, you should definitely be checking this album out. I think all the features that they had on were really great. Obviously I have a little bit of bias for Rio because I love Crystal Lake and I love Gnosis. But I also feel like, you know, Idola did a fantastic job. I love how Andrew rounds out the project and the last part of the song specifically on this album. And I think Craig did a really great job, as much as I would love to hear him just a smidge more. I think he did a really great job. And even the songs that don't have features on it are also equally, if not better, songs. And so I'm just floored. So Galleons, thank you for putting out a fantastic album. I think this will probably be pretty up there in terms of albums of the year. I know this will probably not be my first time listening to it. It probably will not be my last time listening to it. So I'm excited to delve more into it as a whole. I, again, want to give a massive shout outs to Eternal. Thank you for suggesting this album to me, because I would have probably never done it and I would have missed out on a really fantastic album. So make sure to, if you're a YouTuber, make sure to look into your comments, and sometimes people give you good recommendations. So I'll be keeping an eye out for more Eternal comments on other videos and albums that I should check out, because this was an album that I should have checked out back in February and I didn't, and I'm glad that I'm checking it out now, because it's definitely going to be amongst my favorites for the year. Eternal also said, fun fact, there is no actual official bassist or drummer in this they have two vocalists, two guitarists, and the two guitarists each wrote half of the album, all of the instrumental arrangements, and the screamer wrote the instrumentals for the closing track, Cry Baby. That's probably why it's insane, but I still respect it a ton, because it is clearly an incredible record. But my God, I'm going to have to pick this up on vinyl. And again, if you have not checked out Galleons, you should definitely go check it out. Oh man, I'm so thoroughly impressed with this record. I'm purely shell-shocked on this release. So if there was any album that I would recommend you to check out this year, go check this one out. This one should be high up on your list to be given some love to. So go show Galleon some love. Chelsea, if you are watching this, because I know you're on Famine, please, I would love to have Galleons on the show. I need to know the information. So Chelsea, I'm going to message you later, because God, I have so many questions. But anyway, go check out Galleons. Awesome band. I will most likely be streaming tomorrow. I have no guarantees, but I would like to albums I'd like to tackle tomorrow. obviously the North Lane record. I would also like to listen to the new Intervals album, so maybe I'll get Jared on to do this. We'll find out. And then I would also love to do the new Boys of File album, because I also had a recommendation to check that one out from my homie Dom. So got a couple albums to check out. Maybe we'll do it tomorrow. If not, maybe we'll do a midweek stream or something like that on maybe Tuesday or possibly Thursday or something. We'll figure it out. But doing a lot of streaming here on Twitch, so if you do like either K-pop or you like the metalcore post-hardcore stuff, or you like both, come hang out. Would love to see you in chat. But yeah, very excited. Thank you for watching. Hope to catch you in the next stream or video. Again, massive shout outs to Eternal. Great person for recommending this. So big love to them. So go check this out if you have not. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to thumbs up the video. If you can share it with Galleons, I'll freak out. That would be really sick. But thank you for watching. Hope to catch you all in a future video or stream. Talk to you guys later. Have a good night. Peace.